Right now, as you watch this, something truly extraordinary is happening within you. Light from your screen is hitting your retina. It is instantly being converted into electrical signals that fire through your optic nerve. Your brain is processing roughly 2 million bits of information every single second. Neuroscience can measure all of this. It can track every neuron firing, every synapse connecting. Yet there is one profound thing that no equation in physics has ever been able to explain. Why does it feel like something to be you? Why is there an inner experience of awareness at all? We have heard the music of the universe, but who is listening? The audience is waiting and the curtain is about to rise. This mystery is considered the deepest unsolved question in all of science. Contemporary philosophers call it the hard problem of consciousness. Modern neuroscience can describe the mechanical brain, but it cannot explain the inner light of subjective experience. Thousands of years before modern laboratories existed, the Vedic seers, the wise ones who composed these hymns, had already contemplated this exact explanatory gap. They gave this ultimate awareness a name, Purush. In the famous Purusha Sukta, found in the 10th mandala of the Rig Veda, the entire cosmos is described as a single, conscious being. He is not a creator deity working from the outside. He is an infinite entity whose very body is the universe. His 1,000 heads, 1,000 eyes, and 1,000 feet pervade all of existence simultaneously. He is the cosmic witness, reality experiencing itself. The ancient text reads less like a mythological tale and more like an advanced paper on quantum consciousness.
Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasrakshah Sahasrapat Sa Bhumim Vishvato Vritva Atyatishtad Dashangulam.
The infinite Purush possesses 1,000 heads, 1,000 eyes, and 1,000 feet, encompassing the entire material universe on every side. He stands transcendently beyond even the 10 fingers of its space. The hard problem of consciousness was formulated to distinguish between the mechanical and the experiential. The so-called easy problems include how the brain integrates data, processes sensory input, and controls behavior. These are incredibly difficult, but solvable in principle through standard science. The hard problem asks something different. Why is this physical processing accompanied by a felt inner life? Why aren't we simply biological computers processing data in the dark? This conceptual chasm suggests that consciousness might not be a late byproduct of brain evolution. Instead, it invites us to consider that awareness is a fundamental property of the cosmos. To find a physical bridge for this mystery, scientists Roger Penrose and Stewart-Hameroff developed orchestrated objective reduction theory. They proposed that consciousness does not emerge from classical computer-like circuits. Instead, it arises from quantum processes occurring within tiny structures called microtubules inside our neurons. This quantum coherence in the brain allows individual, fragmented cells to lock into a single frequency, creating a unified subjective experience. This quantum teamwork mirrors the collective behavior of the Mruta we explored in episode 8. It suggests our inner awareness is deeply tied to the quantum fabric of the universe. This perspective aligns closely with panpsychism, a philosophical position now gaining serious ground in academic physics. Panpsychism suggests that consciousness is not created by complex brains. Rather, it is an intrinsic property of reality itself, just like mass or electrical charge. In this view, even fundamental particles like electrons possess a primitive form of proto-experience. Consciousness did not emerge from matter. Matter emerged from within consciousness. This is precisely what the Rig Veda describes through Purush. He does not simply look at the stars. He is the very field of awareness in which the stars exist and shine. This active role of awareness was championed by John Wheeler, one of the greatest physicists of the 20th century. Wheeler proposed that we live in a participatory universe, where consciousness does not merely watch reality, but actively brings it into existence. His famous delayed choice experiments demonstrated that an observer's measurement in the present can retroactively determine a photon's behavior in the past. The act of looking reaches back through time. Wheeler said, "No phenomenon is a phenomenon until it is an observed phenomenon." This connects directly back to the observer effect we explored in episode 3. Purush is not a passive spectator watching a clockwork machine. Purush is dreaming the machine into existence. This sheds a new light on the anthropic principle we met in episode 9. We noted that the physical constants of our universe appear fine-tuned for life, but Wheeler's physics implies they are fine-tuned specifically for conscious observers. A universe entirely devoid of consciousness would be a universe with no observations. And with no observations, there are no quantum collapses, no definite positions, and effectively no universe at all. The cosmos requires a witness to sustain its existence. Purush is that indispensable witness. He is not a random accident of evolutionary chemistry. He is the foundational reason the universe exists. To navigate this relationship, the Vedic seers made a clear distinction between two unique principles: Purush, the pure witness of consciousness, and Prakriti, the material world of nature that is observed. This maps directly onto the quantum measurement problem, the profound divide between the observer and the observed. In modern physics, this boundary has never been satisfactorily located. Where does the instrument end and the observer begin? The Vedas invite us to consider that this rigid boundary is ultimately an illusion. The observer and the observed are two sides of the exact same reality. They are one. We began this series at the 0 point, Nasdiya Sukt, the absolute silence before creation. We have journeyed through 11 episodes, through dark energy, singularities, quantum observation, thermodynamics, nuclear fusion, bioelectricity, fluid dynamics, atmospheric pressure, solar stability, dark matter, and primordial vibration. At every single step, we found the same convergence. The ancient seers had already been there, mapping the invisible architecture of reality in Sanskrit thousands of years ago. But every thread of this journey has been leading to one final question. If Purush is the cosmic witness, and if the observer and the observed are ultimately one, then what is the single reality that underlies them both? What is the ultimate truth that physics has been searching for in its grand theory of everything that the Upanishads named 5,000 years ago in a single unshakable word? In our next episode, the grand season finale, we explore Brahman, the theory of everything. The universe is not something you are inside of. It is something you are. The answer was always closer than your own breath.